I think you could do that. You should do the exact opposite. Follow Anthony Davis to Dallas, man.
Nah, I'm
Be
good
a Mavericks
on it.
fan.
I'm good on it.
I thought you were a big Max Christie guy. Now you just forget about him?
I mean, I'm still rooting for him.
Think
That's
about
crazy.
Dirk.
I'm just not going
Think
with
about how
him.
Dirk feel. He could use your fandom.
I'm okay.
They
Dirk will
definitely
be
lost
okay.
like 1 million followers on social media.
Bro,
the
they
last
had
48
riots
hours.
outside of the building, man.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Them riots was not strong enough to me. But I'm gonna let you drop the mic. How everybody feeling?
It's actually
'Cause
perfect.
I got 1,000 bars
It's actually a perfect time for it.
for Harrison.
I actually had a tweet that
Nico.
kind of is very similar to it that kind of blew up. I still cannot figure it out. What is the best way to put it in non-basketball terms, this Luka Doncic trade? Everybody keeps saying that, like, if in their prime, Beyonce still get it done.
She just won a Grammy.
But they
Shout out
talking about
to-
like in
to
the
Queen
primes during their time, like they traded Beyonce to TLC for Chili. They talk about stuff like that. I just don't know how they say it in exact terms.
It's kind of tough because I really don't know.
Like it's almost in a class of its own.
It is.
It is.
It is. I'm trying to think of any other profession, keeping it outside of sports.
Like you got to trade 50 Cent out of G Unit, and then you got to who you replace the 50 with. You gonna
Nah,
replace
this ain't your bag, fella. Go menu items.
No.
That ain't your bag, fella. I don't know if that's your bag. You was finna trade 50. Go ahead, finish.
I don't know. I was trying to think of another artist, who ain't washed, but he still ain't 50 Cent at that time either.
Yeah, because Anthony Davis definitely is not washed.
No, yeah.
Definitely not
So
washed.
that's why I was trying to.
For me, this doesn't have anything to do with Anthony Davis.
It's more so.
It's
Yeah.
more so the fact that, well, I'll take that back. That's a lie. It does have to do with Anthony Davis. It's just the fact, again, that you only talk to one team.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's the other thing you have to think about when trying to figure out the context of the trade and outside of NBA
It's just like
terms.
if it was never said. It just came out of nowhere.
So not only would you trade Beyonce for Chili, you never even saw what any other group could give you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they doing that to Chili. Why they picking on Chili? I'm trying to think of football terms.
Well, I was gonna say it's like trading Patrick Mahomes for like a.
Well,
I saw
Luka
people
ain't-
say Dak Prescott for Patrick Mahomes.
Luka ain't win no rings yet.
You could say a little bit younger. He's so damn young.
It was-
Josh-
no,
it could be Josh
real,
Allen.
real shit. It would be the Commanders trading Jaden Daniels for like, I don't want to go Aaron Rodgers because he's a little super old. But yeah, we'll say Dak Prescott. It would be just something like that. You have this emerging star who looks like one of the next young ones who just went on a crazy playoff run. He didn't get to the Super Bowl, but he got very damn close. And now you like, bet. We're going to trade you, brother. We're going to trade you for, or is Josh Allen Luka?
I think Josh Allen will be.
Josh Allen is Luka?
because he's been good for years now. Where Daniels is only his rookie year.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the.
It
you know,
might be. I think
football
Josh Allen
years-
might be a little bit better.
Football years is like dog years to the NBA. They're not going to play 22 years in the NFL.
Unless you're Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's an anomaly.
I don't think there is any good compare. That's how much of an anomaly this trade really is, man. One of the worst things about it is like when we do the draft or the NBA trade deadline episode, we can't even say that's a stupid ass trade because we just watched the most stupid ass trade of all time.
I know. We just did that trade deadline episode too, and then afterwards, I think me and P was talking about it. Like, bro, we should have went crazy on there. Like, all the little trades we had, and we should have traded Giannis. We should have traded we should have done some crazy stuff because at this point, it's kind of opened the floodgates, and everybody says down, nobody's safe. But literally, like, I think the conversation can open up a little bit more.
You know the craziest part about it, or one of the craziest parts, is that out of all the NBA players that have said something, and every NBA player has been asked about this, not a single one was like, I kind of like this for Dallas.
No.
Not one.
No.
Everybody's like, Anthony Edwards last night is like, you don't trade a 25-year-old. Larry Marketing said that he couldn't believe it. Vucevic said he thought it was him that got traded. Like, we could go on and on and on. Every single person in the NBA that have had something to say about this, none of them outside of Kendrick Perkins has said that the Mavericks did anything good.
I mean, and even Steph Curry, they asked him, was it good or bad? He said neither. He didn't even want to give an answer. So, like,
He jealous as hell. Bro, I got another one.
I just think it's crazy that like a trade like this happened, and like we all within the same community all thought it was fake, and like nobody believed that it was real. And I think it was just because no other reporter said anything. Like it was like I was just literally just like, can someone else confirm or deny if this is real or not? Because people could get hacked. Like it's not out of the realm of possibility that Shams could get hacked one day.
He said he thought he got hacked when he first heard about it being talked about. Which is so crazy, bro.
I mean, that's just how you really can't compare it because we just never had something happen like this before.
And it was just so random. Like it was just like it came out of nowhere. And like when you see a guy that's a top 3 player in the league get traded for that type of package, it immediately goes to your mind like, what the hell is this? Like what you telling me you only could get 1 first-round pick, and then when it came out that Rob Pelinka negotiated him to give up less assets, how do you get talked out of giving up more assets when you have the best asset in the league, and you get convinced that no, I should be giving up less than this.
I should be giving. I think they even gave up a 2nd-round pick, didn't they? Did they give up a
Is that the one that went to Utah?
Yeah.
And then you don't get Dalton Connect either.
Don't get Don Connect.
'Cause
I'm not even going. They could have got Don Connect and the extra 1st-round pick. It shit still would look bad. But I understand what you're saying completely. You had all the leverage because not a single person in the world knew what you were thinking outside of Rob Pelinka, and you still walked out with the least amount of assets possible.
And you could have easily told Rob, hey, I can go talk to OKC.
I can go talk to anybody.
I could go talk to
And
anybody.
I could go get a Min Thompson right now if I wanted.
And like
Yes.
talking through it, it's even worse that he didn't like confer with nobody besides basically the other side.
Yeah.
Because it's like somebody would have told him this is a terrible idea. So it makes sense that he didn't tell anybody.
I
Well, they
coulda
say
got
he shut
Jaylen
out
Brown.
everybody that disagreed.
I wonder why.
It's a man with too much power.
Yeah.
What Ye say?
Yeah,
No
how
one
do-
man.
I don't
Should
know
have
how
all
you,
that
give,
power.
how do you give a GM that long of a leash? To where the owner laughed at him, didn't deny it, just laughed at him,
Just laughed at
and
him.
went about his day.
Well, we talked about this a little on the Linear Show. The new owners, it's not Mark Cuban who's sitting courtside at every
Yeah.
single game and traveling with the team. These new owners are business people before the NBA people. So they couldn't really give a damn about the trades. They're thinking bigger picture money-wise, and I guess they probably don't realize that it hurts their bottom dollar a little bit. I know there's some conspiracies going around the world about what the hell these owners are thinking about, but they couldn't care less. They couldn't care less about
that's
the
great.
product on the court.
But that's crazy because Luka's literally he's the one that's driving.
Your
the
cash
money.
cow.
Yeah, he's the one that's bringing in the money.
You think about
for
all the extra
organization.
home games you got because Luka's taking you deep into the playoffs every single
Yes.
season. That's money. They couldn't care about that because their NBA guy, the guy that they trust to make the NBA decisions, said, "Hey, this is a better thing for us." Like it's so crazy. You can look at some advanced stats to convince yourself that Luka's not great, and I feel like that's what they've done. They saw his conditioning, which we always talk about Luka Doncic coming in out of shape, but guess what? Leading the league in scoring out of shape is still leading the league in scoring. Going to the finals while overweight is still going to the finals. Being second in MVP while overweight is still being second in MVP.
And the defensive conversation really bothers me because it's like we understand that was part of the ball in that run, and they did a really good job defensively, but there was a lot of times where Luka was putting them on their back on the offensive end.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
and there were also times when Luka was locking in on the defensive
Did
side
he
of the ball.
really just watch 3 of the games against the Celtics and said, we can't win with this cat? Because the Celtics picked on him the whole series.
Yeah.
And when
He
you
also was hurt.
he also was hurt. And when you say defense wins championships, I feel like it's just a slap in the face to like everybody else. Post trade deadline, he had the 5th best defense in basketball.
Yeah.
Shout out to PJ. Shout out to Gafford. Shout out to Lively. Shout out to everybody that bought in. And then even this season, when they were healthy, they were still a good defensive team. Like, I don't know a single NBA unit outside of what the Celtics have been able to do over the last 2 years that every single player on the court is going to be a net positive defensively.
I don't think when you look at usually like the top play, a lot of them, they are very like elite offensively, and they usually do lack something on the defensive side of the ball.
Jokic
That's
just won a
normal.
championship 2 years ago.
And Jokic is not this lockdown defender.
Steph Curry won a championship. The person that led Dallas to their only championship, Dirk, is never a defensive-oriented guy.
Yeah.
So while the statement defense wins championships is true, let's not act like that's the only way to win a championship.
You need somebody that's going to put the ball in the hole at a consistent and high rate.
And they don't have that right now. No disrespect to Kai or no disrespect to AD. But
And-
Kyrie Irving last year was every other series.
And then Luka, look at Luka's resume. He makes guys better. Everybody that came and played with Luka always had good years while playing with him because he's such a damn gravitational pull that you're gonna get open looks. Lively looked amazing as a rookie under Luka. Gafford came to that team post trade deadline and looked amazing. He damn near broke Will's record PJ Washington had a career year under him. So like it was like everybody
Derrick Jones Jr. got a bag after making a minimum.
Luka literally makes everybody around him better, and you're not gonna get that. There's nowhere you're not gonna find that on the market.
Yeah, it's still the craziest thing, man. Rob Pelinka is the worst friend of all time.
This shit is, it's just this. I cannot believe we talking about this shit, man. I can't. It just still does not feel real,
like
man.
when he did this, with the picture of him doing the LA sign, I'm like, no, I still ain't woke up yet.
And
This shit is still
I
not
still
real.
have to see him in the literal jersey. I know he's actually
Like a
supposed to have
photo
his.
shoot.
He's supposed to have his press conference today while we record, so I can't wait to see that
20
and watch that after we get done.
I got so many problems with this, and I think y'all talked about a lot of them. Number one, with all of the change that Adam Silver and the people in the NBA talking about, I think one of the changes that I need to start seeing after this is we do need to start seeing shit with ownership. We got to start having conversations about who's owning what team. Obviously, we want money in the league. It's a very important aspect to have. I understand that. But anytime you have a team that's being ran by somebody who's willing to, again, it's not about trading Luka, it's how it went down. When you really collect the details, for this to not get investigated, and it has nothing to do with the Lakers, y'all should be happy. You should be ecstatic. You got Luka Doncic. I would be the same way. I was talking shit earlier. We all would be the same way. But to me, the NBA not investigating, not really looking into this, it irritates the hell out of me because it's just nothing this idiot is saying makes any fucking sense. And it bothers me because he sits up there on this press conference and he speaks to us as if we all stupid.
Yeah.
And that's the type of shit that, like, if you was in my face or if I was on the team, I probably would have put my hands on you. If I was Jason Kidd, I probably would have slapped.
It looked like you wanted to.
Slap the taste out of your fucking mouth for even sitting up here.
And he's
and
trying to include me into this a little bit too.
Including me and joking.
And he answered 3 questions and said, Jason got the rest of this press conference. I'm out of here.
And it's just, that aspect bothers me that we have teams that are being ran from an ownership and a general manager level that a trade like this could happen. And the NBA is just like, even in our own 2K leagues, we are like, no, we want you to have as much freedom as possible, but we got to police our league because we don't want it to get, diluted with bullshit. And this is weird. You should not be owning a team. And it's not trading Luka. It's the fact that there's 30 teams in the league. You're one yourself and you talk to another. So there's 28 other teams in the league. And again, you talk to a team that notoriously has been talked about to have the smallest capacity of assets in the NBA. Now, the 2031 pick is valuable because it's so far along and there's no LeBron, but you didn't even get that one.
Yeah.
But as far as just the asset pool, the Lakers have any, and that's who you started the conversation with. We've been on this stage trying to get the Lakers, the Cam Johnsons, and Dennis Schroeders, or even your Trae Young, way lesser talents than Luka, and we've not been able to do it because it's like, damn, the Lakers just ain't got enough. And you allow them to walk away with Luka Doncic.
For 1 first-round pick.
1 first-round pick, and then like you said, you allow them to go and talk you down like a fucking fool, like a damn idiot. You got to be the worst GM of all time.
Billy King, you can rest my brother.
And then you sit up here and you feed everybody contradiction after contradiction. Hey, man, the smear campaign on Luka Doncic's name, I pray every time he see y'all, he give y'all the 40-point triple-double. Because this shit is deeper than anything you're trying to sell us. And I refuse to believe any of it. I'm not believing nothing. I'm not believing nothing. I will talk about about this trade for the rest of the season until when we find some legitimate facts about this shit, because I have to apologize to Luka. I'm not gonna lie. In my own private time, I've been trying to think, and I had some shit popped up in my mind, and I'm like, man, Luka must be Pee Wee Kirkland. He's a motherfucking all-star NBA player and a drug lord in Slovenia. He has to be. Then I said, you know what? No, Luka ain't dealing no bricks. Okay, Luka got a gambling issue. He just can't stop betting. And I'm like, no, that would have came out. That would have been public. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, damn, dude, Luka got a case? Luka got a weird case. Why is he around? They're like, no, not Luka. That would have came out. They ain't keeping secrets in a year with not like us. That would have came out. You can't keep that under wraps. What?
Just keep it real. This shit don't make sense. It don't make sense. I'm still kind of stuck on the fact that, again, I'm happy because it was my team, but it's just like, bro, he was so focused on Anthony Davis. He thought he was the answer to this team.
There were so many better players he could have gotten.
It's not even that. It's like, and I understand his main goal is obviously we just came out the finals. We're not trying to do damn near anything short of that. So I'm going to try to get one of the best players available.
The moment you're literally coming up short of that.
Why did they get to the NBA Finals?
Because of Luka.
Luka Doncic. But apparently from Nico Harrison is defense.
How would they ever get into the playoffs?
Luka Doncic.
The Mavericks roster,
Chich.
if
Luka
we're being
Doncic.
fair, the Mavericks
right.
roster has never looked to par as where their success has gone under Luka.
I think this is like one of their best rosters that they have built around him.
When they did what they did to the Suns, that was Luka Doncic. When they made it to the finals last year, it was the best roster, but it still wasn't a roster that was like, oh my God, none of us picked them. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
None of us picked them. What?
I didn't pick them to go to the finals.
Oh, you picked them. Okay.
Yeah. But I did pick
he
them
was
to win the
he
series.
was a Timberwolf.
Right, true.
The second the Timberwolves lost, he just was,
Yeah.
You know how he get down.
Well, he said that since the West was a tougher matchup and the East was weak,
just gonna
the
be a
Celtics
jackass.
just ain't
I
know
think I
what was
might
up.
have picked against the Mavericks in every series last year.
You wouldn't
Right, because I believe we all picked the Clippers because we didn't expect Kawhi to come out looking like.
Oh, yeah. He came out and hurt the team.
So it's like, I just don't understand the logic. And then to sit up there and say defense win championships, hey, I respect that statement. Not coming from him. I don't respect shit he got to say.
No facts.
But let's be real. I hate this conversation about defense. I like defense. It's cool. When we look at the All-NBA teams, 4 out of the 5 are normally offensive superpowers.
Yes.
The first overall picks of drafts are normally offensive stars that have two-way capability. We would never see a draft where you're like, man, this Drew Holiday type prospect, can't wait to build my team. Let's just call a spade a spade. Everybody be walking around talking about this defensive shit. Cut it out. We have not seen nobody like,
I'm with you.
man, this defensive guy, number one, he ain't got no offense. But his defense gonna change the trajectory of this. No,
Bro,
it's
you wasn't
two-way
here
upside.
you wasn't here on the podcast. That obviously the one you had missed, and I think the drop the mic was. Has there ever been, or can there be a best player on the team that's not the person like really putting the ball in the cup?
No.
That's what we were saying.
It cannot be.
We couldn't even find nobody even
No,
close.
not even close.
Not even history.
You need that offense, man. When that and that pressure, it only gets tighter as you get deeper and deeper into the playoffs, man. When it's the fourth quarter and everybody frees up and the ball stop moving, you need somebody to close that shit
And
out.
they don't have that anymore.
And I'm not trying to shit on defense because you need Herb Jones, you need Ben Wallace, you need Gary Payton, you need all of these, you need Rudy. But it's my point. Rudy is not going to win in any fucking draft in history.
Yeah, and honestly, and you're not going to find a lot of players that's like prime Kawhi Leonard, where he is getting you 20-plus a night, and then he's also guarding the other team's best player, just locking them up, or like prime LeBron. These are like generational dudes who
They two-way.
They can literally do it on a night-to-night basis. But then as they got older,
But they're two-way though.
yeah, they're two-way.
They're
but
not.
as they got older, you saw that they don't want to play defense. They just want to go out there and just get buckets. So then now the GMs go out there and they get the dudes who gonna do all the dirty work and play the defense and all that. That's why role players are such a premium. The league is made out of mostly role players because the stars want to score. They're gonna score the damn ball. That's what sells tickets. So like they don't want
to
to be
have
out
to
there
win the
defense.
game.
Yeah.
You name guys that play offense. We're talking about defensive guys that you can't name Kawhi and LeBron because they gave you 20 points on the other side. If you could have a guy like Trae Young who could give you 30 and 11, or you can have, I don't even know any defensive equivalent of Trae Young who don't do no offense.
He just all defense.
Yeah, you're not taking the all defense guy. I don't care what nobody is saying.
Chris Dunn or something like that. Chris Dunn at the PG.
Even Chris Dunn don't hold what Trae Young do on the other
It's
side.
just like
Because great offense beats great defense all the time.
every day of the week.
Drew
Trae Young
Holiday
just
has looked
did it
at the
yesterday.
best perimeter defender in the last decade.
And
He's
he
also
is
Jimmy
gotten
was giving his
torched.
ass 45 a night. in that
who
series.
is the best defensive player in the league right now today?
Victor.
Wemby.
That isn't a
Perimeter?
two-way player.
Oh, that
That
is
isn't a two-way player.
Because even the second best, Jaren Jackson Jr. is fucking phenomenal offensively. Or Evan Mobley's averaging
Because if
20
I take
now.
the best one-sided offensive player and I compare him to the best defensive one, there's not even a conversation.
Mike asked us a little while ago, what's your favorite thing that you miss? And I said players that only play defense.
Yeah.
The Tony Allens of the world. They
Thabo
don't
Cephalosha.
they don't exist in the NBA anymore.
Right, so like
you need to be able to hit a
Tony
shot.
Okay, see how Tabo, then Andre Roberson, just straight up D. That's
Tony
all y'all
Allen
doing.
and a Trae Young is incomparable.
Yeah.
It's incomparable.
One of them got their jersey retired though.
It's incomparable.
One is still playing.
Yeah. And now in the
He was
league,
really great. He
in
was
the
still
league today,
retired.
if you a guard or wing and you can't shoot, you're gonna be
play.
ass out.
You don't play.
Tony Allen will play in today's game, though. I ain't gonna lie.
First team all defense,
Probably.
baby.
Yeah.
I love Tony.
Tony Allen will probably still stick around.
Yeah, I love Tony Allen.
There's a couple things that bother me even deeper than that. And it's the person element of it all. Luka Doncic just bought a $15 million home last week, closed on it. So excited, ready to spend the rest of his career there. There's 0% chance Nico or whoever's in charge didn't know that just happened.
Yeah.
The human element of it all is really blowing my mind. And when we were growing up, I used to look at people so weird when you said, I'm a LeBron fan and not I'm a Cavs fan or I'm a Heat fan. It's like, you got allegiance to a player and not an organization? I think the new age fans got it right now. When you say I'm a Shea fan or I'm a Luka fan or I'm an AD fan, but you follow them around, that's the smartest thing you could do. Because ownership does not give a fuck about your fandom. These front offices do not give a fuck about your fandom. There's so many things that go into creating a great team, and of 1 to 2 guys that call the shots are incompetent, now you got 17 years of you rooting for a team that never make the playoffs. So when somebody say I'm a Luka fan and I'm not a Mavs fan no more, I fucking respect it, because what are you supposed to do? If I'm a Mavs fan and they just traded the greatest individual talent that franchise has ever seen for fucking Anthony Davis, who again is great but 32 years old, I'm supposed to still show up? I'm supposed to still be a season ticket holder? No.
I know some Mavs
I'm a
fans
Luka
that
fan now.
legit left. That legit left, and they said that, like, and shout out to Reese because he's one of them.
Reese is texting me right now.
He's been
He's
a huge
saying, "Go
Mavs
in."
fan. But I seen him there for the lows, the highs, and
He was there
says-
with Dennis Smith Jr.
For sure.
The
And
fans
for
gotta-
him to be like, man, I'm just calling it quits. Like, I'm just gonna be a basketball fan.
And
like,
I can't fault anybody
I
that's
was gonna
doing
say
that right
this
now.
is like, this has to be, and I wish they had like the legit numbers of like fans that are like, you know what, I'm not supporting this team like I just once was.
the best way for the fans to protest is to not buy tickets or merchandise from that organization.
But that goes right into that conspiracy theory that came out a little while ago. They kind of don't want you to buy tickets right now, so they have an excuse to do the ultimate thing. If
Move
that
the
big.
team, go to Vegas and build a casino because that's what the ownership is about.
The second thing that bothers me.
That's the one. That's the only thing that has made the most sense to me, honestly.
Right. And I made a tweet about this. It was a video of AD and Max Christie on the jet on the way to Dallas. They basically saying how excited they are. They saying it, the face don't really look like it, whatever. I quoted that. It said the one big negative about this is that fans will probably never embrace Anthony Davis and Max Christie because of how they got to the team. Everybody understands that Anthony Davis is one of the 75 best players of all time. He's going to be an all-defensive first-team player this season. Like, he's been phenomenal. But because they traded Luka Doncic to get here, like, if you look at the comments on this post, it's kind of crazy. And again, AD and Max didn't do nothing wrong.
Why is it crazy?
Because people are so upset with Nico that they're taking it out on AD and Max Christie.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But they shouldn't take it out on AD and Max Christie.
They were blindsided too.
It's so hard to say that though.
No. These people are saying, fuck you, AD. They can't
Well,
they can't do that.
I didn't know they were
That shit
saying.
has 4,000 likes right now.
I didn't know they were saying that. But you're a fool if you think they finna get open arm reception.
No. I'm not saying that they should.
You're
but
crazy.
They
if you
I'm
just-
not
think
saying that they
You
should.
just trying
I'm
to say
saying
they don't
it's
deserve it.
unfortunate for AD that
It
they
is,
don't
but
deserve it.
It is, but and they don't. Hell no. Even if they, there's no circumstance where any players deserve anything that fans say. Come on.
I mean, sometimes. Yeah,
No. That's bullshit. If you're not gonna walk up to a grown man and say it in their face, just like the Isaiah Thomas shit, I wanted a Frosty. The fans are weird. I don't care what nobody says. That shit is super weird. You're sticking up your middle finger. Oh man, Bradley Beal, talking. I'm gonna talk crazy to your wife, and even though in the street, I would hold the door open for you. That's weird. That's weird. But this is protesting. They're gonna act a fucking fool in the comments at the arena. I don't think they doing enough. Now, do I think they need to be calling Anthony Davis and Max Christie out of their name? No, because they just doing their job. If they got traded to Portland, they was gonna show up and say, "Hey, I'm excited to be here," whatever. I've never seen a player get traded and say, "Hey, can you do the welcome to here video?" I'm mad as hell. I'm on my way to y'all. Damn, I gotta wear y'all shit. I still wish I was with my old team. I've never seen that, but it's like the fans is gonna act out. But I'm with Derek. The fans need to protest by doing what Reese and a lot of the other people I've seen on Twitter do. Don't support the team. Walk away from the team. And if they sell the team and that's their whole ultimate goal, then who cares? Because that was what they wanted to do anyway, whether you there, if you're not. But like I streamed yesterday, and part of my stream, I told them, this is why I have an issue with a lot of fans. When you say anything critical of their team, or you say something that ain't the supportive thing about their team, when you got to pick against them, when it's only 2 teams to pick from, and you a hater, you this, you that. People be going crazy for these teams, but these teams don't give a fuck about you because they'll do this.
Yeah.
They care about $1. Y'all be supporting teams that are run by people whose main priority is not to win. We all are in the game and in the sport to win. We think basketball is played to win. It's a lot of people who run in these teams that don't give a fuck about wins. They give a fuck about dollar signs and what's going to be the profit gain at the end of the year. So it's like I never understand certain levels of fandom anyway, because it's like your team they not even doing what you trying to get to.
Yeah.
And this is the prime example of it.
I feel you. Because it's a lot of times, and obviously I'm happy now because of the move, but it's just like I never had that connection to where, like, I was just so dedicated to my team that it's just like I had to act out if they did something wrong, or like I just had to act like I was different from somebody because I was honest. Like, it's always just been a part of me. It's cool to root for a team. I think everybody thinks it's fun to root for a team, and like
from the competitive aspect.
Unless it's going to like a job perspective, you shouldn't really care that much for, like, I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't be ever bought into where it's just ruining your life, or it's just like determining what you do.
It's just competitive for me. I like my team. That's who I like.
Yeah.
And you know,
not losing sleep if they lose a damn game.
I get to talk shit, but yeah, when we
except for that, you remember that $500 we had bet for that Knicks game though, right? That Lakers-Knicks game.
When did the Knicks play?
That's like last week.
Remember that?
They did play last week.
When Max Christie was busting that ass.
I wish we did,
now
but
he gone.
right.
They seen that defense.
Right. He just gotta have
got traded after like a great night, just chilling.
Gotta have
it's a lot. And Nico may have got a little conversation from the owner that said, "Hey, make this trade, and when we do move the team, we're gonna give you a little percentage of this pie. I'm gonna look out for my family if I'm Nico, right?"
You might as well.
Well, what would you have done?
Not be a jackass.
You would have looked out for your family?
No, not in this aspect.
Because
his salary is crazy already.
He
came from Nike. He's already
got a little $500 million underneath the table.
$500 million. That's insane.
You didn't see what he just did?
He just pissed off an entire city.
He wasn't finna get no million off
and
that.
just walking around, just smiling.
You know he is talking about, "Hey, AD,
get your big
It's
goof
crazy.
ass
It's
up
crazy
out
that they
here,
said that they didn't expect the pushback from the fans to be this much. How can you not be disconnected?
That's another lie. That's another lie.
That's a
because
lie.
if you didn't, if that was the case, you wouldn't have to have kept this all quiet.
But it's the same. What happened? Oh, that's a good point. Didn't KD also say this when he went to the Warriors? He didn't have an idea that this many people be upset with him because he went to the Warriors. Sometimes people are just detached from reality. And in order to do this trade, you have to be detached from reality.
I think Kevin Durant could be having more excusable mindset to be
just because like he
detached
was a
from.
player and
Yeah, he's a player who like
he made a decision for himself in free agency. Like,
but even that, just the reality aspect as a player who. Yeah, you don't have to really deal with people on a day-to-day basis. But Nico Harrison works in the front office where they have an entire staff and He, you know what I mean? He
They say
walking
they
around.
fired all the people
fans
that
tied to Luka
attached to Luka and also
was
would
against. Yeah.
would do any. He need all yes men. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I think that's a great idea, boss. Fuck out of here.
They just want that. I mean, I ain't mad at them. They just keeping that job.
Now they doing. Everybody's going through the revisionist history of Nico Harrison's career, and I guess he was the guy that fumbled the Steph Curry to Nike thing.
I saw people say that, but then I also saw mad fans saying that ain't true.
Let's act like it is, though.
I hope it is. yeah. You know what? You're right.
You ain't giving him no more benefit of the doubt.
Right. Yeah.
And he lost Jalen Brunson.
Dumbass.
Oh, because Jalen Brunson don't play defense, right? Yeah, that was his main goal.
But he
Stupid
just
ass.
dropped 40 though.
Stupid ass boy. Thank you.
Oh man. Zach LaVine just put out his thank you post to Chicago, so shout out to my boy.
Goofy. Fool.
Yeah, man.
Let me look up words.
Let me look up some synonyms real quick.
Let me
Okay.
find some new insults to
Now,
call.
outside of the ridiculousness of Detroit,
Sap head.
let's talk about the actual on-court aspect of it all.
For
'Cause
sure.
Ignoramus.
I've been seeing like people like Paul Pierce immediately came out and was like, "Yeah, this is not a great fit for Luka Doncic and LeBron James." And it just blows my mind that people are so short-sighted with this trade, specifically that.
Seriously,
you just brought a
man.
25-year-old MVP
Oh, my
perennial MVP
goodness.
candidate.
It's so crazy.
Who give a fuck about fit with LeBron?
Yeah,
right now?
they
Yeah,
gonna
I
figure it
honestly
Outside of
don't
Nico
care.
Harrison being a jackass, this was the most frustrating part of the trade. It's like everybody talked about the trade in a vacuum. Like, man, the Lakers own it. What they gonna do this year? Dummy. Who gives a fuck about this year?
Our roster is so crazy, especially with just no real center.
My dad did that. My dad like, man, the Mavs won the trade.
But yeah, I mean, from my that's crazy.
Because he talking about this year. Man, they gonna have, listen, I'm like, bro, who gives a flying fuck?
That's honestly the best part about this. Not only do we just bring in Luka, but like the window just opened up for like we don't have to rush. We don't have to worry about giving up that 31 pick so we could save LeBron's chance
still
at another
going to.
ring.
You're going to, though.
You about to do that in about 2 hours.
That's the best.
But either way-
That's the best side is you kept the 31, so you can go. You're about to get Nick Claxton.
Right.
And I seen people talking bad about him too, talking about he can't shoot free throws, like he's not going to be catching 25.
He has not been
live.
good this year, but he plays alongside Luka. I think he's gonna be all right.
That's what I was,
Instead of it being fucking Keon Johnson on the pick and roll as Luka Doncic, I promise he's gonna
Yeah,
have a
but-
career year
Yeah.
next year.
regardless, like
Jackson
this is
Hayes
such a
might look good
long-term
Saturday.
plan, and just like, and they talking. I seen the reports earlier about like Luka might not be all guaranteed and sign the extension, which makes a lot of sense.
fair.
So like he can get his supermax deal whenever he's eligible, and Lakers. By the time that actually happens, LeBron might be either retired or his contract is up. So they're going to probably give him whatever money he's asking for.
Yeah, apparently, I mean, they also said LeBron can sign another extension this summer. So, he always signs these little 1+1 year deals. So, he's going to continue to do them. So, he always has the leverage. So, I mean, I'm excited for the fit. I honestly think this can work. It's going to be exciting to see LeBron play with somebody that's better than him. Like, we haven't seen that throughout his whole entire career. So, it's going to be good to see him, how he transitions to not having the ball as much. I think that's something he's wanted for.
He's been
few
asking
years.
AD to be the guy for 7 years,
But like
6
AD
years.
just
I
doesn't
wonder
have
if
that
we're gonna
play
get a lot
style to
of-
where, like he's gonna demand the ball and like
and he's not
have
a
it.
creator
Yeah,
for
so-
himself or others.
I
Really.
wonder if we get a lot of LeBron, just straight up Luka LeBron pick and roll.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That would be dope.
I think LeBron being in that short role would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would open up so much for y'all, and I think he's such a great decision maker. And it also just opens up Luka. He has another guy that also. LeBron can demand the ball and just have it, and now Luka could be off the ball. So I think they genuinely can fit together. LeBron's turned into a great 3-point shooter, so like he can now catch and shoot threes. So I just think overall the team will be fine. I'm not worried about fit.
I'm
LeBron's too damn smart for me to worry about fit.
yeah, and
And both
right
of them.
now,
Yes, both of them.
big picture wise, like I don't think you're worried about no crazy playoff run or this nothing like that. This year, you just kind of ride it out.
Yeah.
See what you got, see what players fit, see what players you want to move,
Yep.
and honestly, just keep trying to make Luka feel like he's at the right place.
Yeah. And I feel pretty comfortable if I was going to make a prediction that after his contract is up, he'll stay with the Lakers. Like, it's just the market to be in. He's already got the signature sneaker. It's a prestigious organization that, for the most part, always take care of their stars,
Yeah.
whether it be Kobe, whether it be Magic, whether it be Bron, everybody but AD. But they took care of AD. But when you see an opportunity to upgrade like this, you got to do what you
Anthony
gotta do.
Davis said, "I want to bid." They said, "No." Luka Doncic said, "I need a." Luka didn't even ask for no big. They said we need a big for Luka.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
They
LeBron,
said,
AD also.
how you feel about Gaff?
AD also is somebody who also just bought a house.
Oh, there we go. They sell it to each other.
So
Isn't that what Valanciunas and Steven Adams did when they got traded?
Yeah.
They just lived in each other's
I
houses.
thought that was Josh Hart and Larry Nance.
It might happen. I think that happened too.
It probably happens pretty often,
Yeah.
depending on like the value of the trade.
Because I definitely remember Steven Adams personally built the house. He's fucking 7 feet, so he needed his counters to be high. He personally built one, and then he got traded. And Valanciunas was like, I guess I'll take it. And you take my house.
Do you think he upscaled him for the charge? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna put him on a
They
little
bought the
tax.
house from each other, or they just became landlords to each other.
Oh, like
Because Valanciunas was in what Memphis for. Steven Adams was in Memphis 2 years?
I think so, yeah.
Is that worth buying a house if you're not gonna be there for more than 3 years? Maybe you just rent it. Valanciunas is my landlord now, and I'm his. Do it that way.
I'm with you though, Mike. I've hated that everybody looked at this trade as like, how do they make the championship team? It's just like you got a chance to get a 25-year-old superstar, megastar, who's already damn near a Hall of Famer, and you get to build with him for the next 10 years. This is deeper than trying to go on a playoff run. This is passing a torch. We have our next star in line after LeBron, so we don't have to play the waiting game and have that drop off. That's what I look at it as.
Yeah.
I'm surprised LeBron is going to be here.
mm-hmm.
I saw this trade and was like, oh shit, bro. They might do it.
Especially the way the Warriors are talking.
Yeah,
The Warriors
they might
calling
do
forever.
it.
You might be able to finesse Mike Dunleavy in the next 24 hours.
And honestly
They so
speaking,
desperate.
I know LeBron is going to be here for now. I'm interested to see if it will stay like that because, LeBron is very smart and strategic. It don't make sense to try to leave now. We got 4 days. But in the offseason, when you see things play out around the league and how everything else shape up, I wonder if that is completely off the table of him and Rich Paul going into the offseason and saying, hey, we know the Luka trade, what it was for them to shift the different direction and have their guideline. You got 1 or 2 years left. Do we just want to stay in LA and play with Bronny, or do we really want to try to go out with a bang? And I wonder if that's completely off the table and his mind is legitimately all the way made up because it's way different in the trade deadline and the blur of the next 2 days and 48 hours versus having an entire offseason to kick back and pick and choose how you want to handle things, especially depending on how this deadline play out. Because now they're saying, the Suns want Jimmy Butler, but if they can't get Jimmy Butler, then Kevin Durant could be traded, which I think is one of the first smart things I've heard from the Suns.
And Jimmy is apparently blocking trades that could have sent to another team.
Just doing the most, bro.
and
It's hard
what's
to
that-
root for Jimmy
I
right
seen
now.
some
what's that
odds for that KD trade, and it said that the Wizards were up top. The second team was the Milwaukee Bucks. How does that even happen?
It doesn't. That's just stealing people's money. That's what it is.
And also, what's crazy
That
about the
shit is
Jimmy thing is
crazy.
that, like, do he realize that him trying to force his way there is kind of crazy? Because Bradley Beal holds all the power to that. And Bradley Beal apparently doesn't want to opt. You would have to personally go up to Bradley Beal and try to force him to opt out of that, opt into his no trade clause. So if he don't want to, waive it, yeah. So, like, what do you can't just force your way there.
yeah, I'm kind of happy all this other shit has happened.
For real.
Because I'm tired of the Jimmy
saying.
stuff so
Honestly,
much.
all these other trades is going to make it even harder for him to
It
get
was
traded.
nothing but a
100%.
big cloud. And honestly, I'm glad it's happened because nobody gives a damn anymore.
Yeah.
It was the attention. We all talked about it and waited, and they said the league was on pause. Well, Nico Harrison, the one positive shit he did was get this shit back popping, and we don't have to sit around caring about Jimmy Butler, and that ain't the biggest name and biggest situation. So, hey, you want to act like a damn fool, Jimmy? You want to act like Nico Harrison? You go ahead, you sit around and you wait, because I'm telling you right now, it's a very bad look. You look extremely selfish. This shit is supposed to be about winning. You're supposed to want your joy back. No, this shit is about money. The Suns are the one team that is stupid and desperate enough to have a contract extension ready for you. These other teams are like, hey, we'll think about it. We at least want to see how you play with the team. We at least want to see you fit. And he like, nah, hell no. Cut them out. The Warriors want to see me play first? Nope. The Grizzlies, they got a good chance, but I got to play first before I get the extension because I'm 34 years old and they don't want to just blindly hand me a $100 million extension? Oh, hell no. Hell no. I don't want to play that either. So it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
This is embarrassing, man. This is embarrassing. This is the shit that make the owners push back when it's time to have a collective bargain agreement saying that the players have too much power. You want to have power and do some shit with it, not sit up here and just look like a diva. And I like Jimmy, and I was happy he was gonna get up out of there, but not if this is what gonna be the reality. We 2 days away.
Yeah, what's the alternative for him?
Yeah, I don't know.
If he can't get to Phoenix, do he just sit out the rest of the season?
Yeah, that's
You
foolish.
gonna lose $30 million because you don't want to hoop for this specific team, bro?
And then how do you convince somebody to give you the extension then?
Yeah.
It's so backwards.
No, that's
he just gonna do the same thing in 2 years once we trade for
is
this
he gonna? Does he then opt out of the $52 million?
That would be foolish because who is really giving him a bag that he wants without seeing him play any basketball?
Yeah.
And the basketball he's played this year has been uninspiring.
Yeah.
So it's like I
It's like
I
hoping
guess-
front offices care that 2 years ago he did something.
Yeah,
I
think
thought the
that's what
play
he
was going to be I want to get out of Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to go to teams that are going to have a team that is going to allow me to go on a playoff run. So I thought the Grizzlies would be in the mix. I thought the Suns obviously would be in the mix. Maybe the Rockets. Any of these teams that can allow me to be playoff Jimmy, and I can then go into the market and say, hey, I'm still him, you know. I thought that was the play. But then he started Xing out all of the teams, and I don't know the play now. Because you're right. Bradley Beal is the one that holds the deck. Phoenix want you, but they can't trade Bradley Beal.
Yeah, and he's saying he don't want to uproot his family.
People ask like, who are the true untouchables in basketball now?
Bradley Beal.
It's Wemby and Bradley Beal. That's literally it. It's Wemby and Bradley Beal, man. I want to go back to the Mavericks thing just for a second because we talked about the basketball aspect.
Make it fast because I
for the
don't think I
Lakers.
can not be disrespectful towards Nico Harrison.
I just pulled up the press conference. Luka looking cool in a little sweater and a collared shirt underneath. Shout out to Luka.
I'm interested to see how it looks on court. Like this team is really, it's nice, like nicely constructed. I think if you kind of just remove the Luka trade and look at this roster for what it is, you'd be like, this is a team that I would see probably going to a
But I
conference
would
finals.
say, damn, this team is good. They just missing a Luka.
They missing a 1A guy.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad team at all. They're actually
No.
a really good team, and I think Anthony Davis could honestly just be unlocked. I think he's gonna be back. He's gonna still play at all NBA level. I think we can see him offensively be a little bit more like aggressive because he is like legitimately the number one guy, and he don't have to play through LeBron. So
I don't know.
I think we could, and especially he's gonna be happy as hell because he's playing the 4.
Is he
He's been
number one?
begging. He's been begging. Yeah,
I think so.
he's been begging to play the 4 for years, and now he's gonna literally get exactly what he wanted, just on a
Y'all
different
know
team.
who Kyrie Irving is, right?
Yeah.
I do. But I think
Kyrie-
Kyrie know who Anthony Davis is.
Yeah, I feel like Kyrie Irving is going to be one of them players that just do like he usually does, especially with Anthony Davis now, is basically like he going through the first couple quarters, filling out the game, getting everybody involved, and then fourth quarter, that's Kyrie time right there.
Sound like the number one option.
Yeah.
I still worry about the high ceiling. The defense is going to be incredible. I think they're going to struggle to score in playoff series, bro.
Yeah.
I think the spacing is going to be putrid.
Yep.
PJ Washington is a wishy-washy shooter. Klay Thompson, one of the greatest of all time. Shout out to him. Kyrie Irving can create. But the rest, Anthony Davis is not spacing. He wants to play with a 5 full time, so you know whoever that guy is, whether it be Lively when he comes back or Gafford. And then, again, I love Kyrie Irving. I watched him last year when he saw bigger defenders, he struggled.
Yeah.
And if I'm an opposing team, I got no other choice. Like, my best thing is just to put big defenders on him.
You're not only going to get big defenders, but they're going to gap up like the Celtics did all series. And they gapped up with him and Luka. But now it's just kind of going to be him, and you're going to have to hope that guys are on heaters for series. You're going to have to hope that P.J. Washington is locked in and Klay Thompson isn't having a cold series. Then you're talking about the Quentin Grimes, the Max Christie's of the worlds. You got a bunch of iffiness on the perimeter shooting. And then you got, a smaller Kyrie Irving who is going to see, even if he's cooking a taller defender, he's going to see bodies.
Yeah.
Because, Gafford and Anthony Davis ain't a floor spacer either. So,
And as much as Kyrie could score that ball, he was not the same passer as Luka Doncic in terms of like creating and you know when players are eating up that
can't be.
space, he just
Luka
doesn't do it the
6'8",
same
he can
way.
literally see over the defense.
exactly, it's impossible for him to be that.
The vertical spacing that was provided with Lively and Gafford is almost dead. Like, Kyrie can definitely throw him a lob or two, but like that whole thing with Luka and the big, that was the go-to.
Yeah.
When you blitz Luka, guess what? I'm again tall enough to just go straight over there and Lively go get it. Gafford go get it. It's not going to be the same effect.
How would y'all feel about the team if Kevin Durant went there?
On top of what they got already?
Yeah.
So that would be it.
I mean, it's now AD.
That's a
go back to the
championship
5.
team.
Yeah.
2029 pick goes to Phoenix. Some more shit, and then we just make the money work.
Just that sounds very difficult.
Yeah.
Just make the money
PJ
work.
Washington, you go your ass over there. Clay, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, 15 million from Clay.
You go your ass over there.
Still missing about 20 million.
Najee, man, you got to give up Najee too.
They running a 4-man rotation somehow.
Yeah, you might have to gut your roster a little bit.
How long?
I think they gutted their roster when they traded Luka Doncic.
Well, true.
But that team finna be old as hell.
That's the thing that don't make sense to me either. They 34, 32, 33. Yes. Talk about a short window, a small window.
KD's is a couple of years
36.
older than Clay too.
Yeah,
Oh,
KD
Luka's finally
36
saying
now.
something. Oh my God. He said, "Thank you, Nico Harrison. I never wanted to play for y'all anyway."
Hey.
No, let me see.
I wish he said that shit. That's the type of shit I would say.
That would've been a
I feel like he's
crazy-
probably gonna
Right.
give some real, just straight up like.
It's
The regularly
57,000
political
people in
answers
here
is-
watching
What if he
right
said
now.
that's why you
That would make sense of why they would trade him.
That's a,
give
yeah,
him a
that was
reason.
some of the conspiracy.
that was?
Oh no.
That was really one of. But that's how crazy this
it's
shit
so
is.
stupid
It's like
that
it
you
had
had
to be
think
something.
that way. You had to
It
think
had
that
to
way.
be something.
That's so crazy. That's a married man.
Who?
Luka.
Oh. I'm just saying, NBA players live different lives. When you got $400 million, I seen Andre Karolinko's wife in the airport on TMZ say, "I said, yeah, I turned my eye."
Did
And if
Mavericks
I was
escape
her,
the
I
play-in?
probably would. Huh?
It's so early because right now the Mavericks are 26-24, 8th in conference. Only a few games back from the 6th seed. So they could definitely make a push, but the teams above them, the Lakers may fall. It's definitely possible for them to fall, but other than that, the teams above them are starting to really like get it going. The Clippers, they lost their last game, but we still know what they can do. Denver's still Denver. Rockets, they're on the skid, but they've been so damn good that they still the third
Yeah,
seed.
they not
Is this,
gonna
about to
fall.
be, is this so crazy to think that the Lakers got the best player in the trade, unequivocally won the trade, and still somehow going to lose more games? Isn't that kind of crazy to think
Yeah,
about?
I mean, when me and P was talking about it, we was basically going back to when people were like, "Man, what the Lakers gonna do about trying to get a championship this year?" We was like, the roster prior to this trade wasn't really on shit, like
Yeah.
besides the 1 through 2. Now it's basically the same thing. I just can't have that expectation. And then obviously with Anthony Davis gone, we know the defense is gonna be terrible.
Oh, no. Kobe White said, "I've been in Chicago since my career started. I just bought a house. I love it here."
So
you
he's
know
about to
when you
get
buy a
traded.
house in the city, you get traded the
You
next
get
day.
traded. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. I agree. The roster before that wasn't on shit. It was also old, and it was also feeling like how many times we asked that on this show, like how many times are y'all gonna just go through this? And they decided. Well, no, they didn't decide it. They were brought hand delivered,
literally,
an escape route, and you
fell
take
into
it.
their lap.
So again, all the people that's sitting around analyzing this trade from a this year perspective, I just think it's foolish. I think it's a waste of time. It's literally something that was handed to them. It was an escape route. You now have the next guy in line
Now
that
you're
you'll be
going
able
to
to
the
build
offseason.
around for 10 years. And you let everything fall when they may. It's no rush. I don't understand the
That's
lack of
a deal that even if
Thinking
you don't
power.
have no plan, you just say we'll take care of that later.
Yeah,
we'll take care of that
Since
later.
this is happening, I will bring y'all quotes as Lucas says them, okay?
Okay.
The first thing he said, first of all, I remember the exact moment it happened. It always stays in my mind. For Kobe to know my name, it's amazing. I wish Kobe and Gigi were here for this moment. He said, "It's always been a dream come true to play with LeBron." Those are the two quotes that have come out as of right now.
Oh man.
Oh, he also said when he was asked about the conversations that happened about him from Nico, he said, "I'm gonna take the high road." So he's not gonna comment on the slander that was
I
thrown at his
wouldn't
name
either.
over the
I
last
wouldn't waste
48.
my time on a Nico Harrison if I was Luka. I would waste my time on him because I'm not Luka. Luka, don't worry, I got your lightweight. He's a damn fool.
Yeah.
And he can't hoop. I can tell.
You talking about Nico?
Yeah.
You know he can't hoop.
Wish I would let him name Nico guard me.
He played 3D.
I'm overweight, but I'm dropping 30 a game.
He played D3.
Good.
Is what I guess that's what Christian told me. I don't know if that's true or not. The first day was really hard. I feel like the last 48 hours have been one full month.
Hey,
Time heals all, Luka.
Yeah. It's going to be
heels
good
hurt.
once he put on that jersey, but bro.
On the 25th, it's going to really heal up. Bust they ass. And I want you to go past Nico Harrison after you make a step back three and do this.
He gonna take the Blake Griffin approach.
No, do the Desmond Bain.
Nah, he'll be crazy.
Is the game in LA or in Dallas?
Question.
I'm not
no,
sure.
but I want him to Desmond Bain it up.
Well, I
Hit
know
that
they
three
still got 2 games left together.
and go pull that shotgun out your back and fire.
Isaiah Stewart just did that recently too against the Pacers.
Yeah, bro. yes. You didn't see that? No,
Bro, he was on. He did it like 6
wasn't
times.
like he was in a huddle or whatever, and the other team was over there. He kind of like did
I
it to
thought
the.
he meant he made a shot and did. No, I seen him in the huddle acting a damn fool.
Yeah.
No, he did this.
He did do that too. Yeah.
First of all, why are you doing this to another team?
It's Isaiah Stewart.
That shit's so childish.
Crazy,
It's
bro.
Isaiah Stewart. We got a whole nother trade to talk
Yeah,
about.
right. We an hour in, and now we can get to the second trade today.
De'Aaron Fox is a Spur. De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin go to the Spurs. The Kings get back 3 first-round picks in 2 seconds with Zach LaVine. And who else did they get?
Why y'all start busting him?
Why did that just get so funny all of a sudden?
I think it's because I was about to
Because I
pronounce
know
dude
everything
name.
about the trade except whatever else they got. Trey
CD
Jones.
Sudoku.
There you go. His ass. And I don't even feel bad because I remember I said something to him. Remember that? He kept
That's why we
walking.
was filming. You said you know how to pronounce his name. He's like, I don't give a fuck about his name.
Whatever.
It's almost done, KB. Y'all got one more person to ship out before the Trinity is finally gone.
No, they about to ship out your boy too, who used to wear that shit you wear. I heard Alonzo available for 2nd-round pick. Boy, if the Knicks don't go get him,
No, he's got to be gone. He's been having too much impact.
So it's also Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins
To the
own
Bulls.
1st-round pick to the Bulls. And the way Casey Johnson's
it
talking
wasn't
about
one more person to the Kings.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
The way Casey Johnson talked about the Bulls are trying to flip Kevin Huerter, which is not going to happen. Trey Jones makes sense to maybe flip because he's actually an expiring, and we got 17 point guards, and they're all starting right now.
I wonder where do y'all see him going?
I tried to figure it out. At the end of the day, he's like a good backup at the best, but even this season, he ain't been a good backup.
Yeah, I think it's your best. You just let him leave in the offseason. I don't really think nobody's going to give you anything.
25-year-old buyout candidate?
Maybe. He'll just be sitting on the market.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I like the deal. It's happy to see the Bulls going to the right direction. They did get their own 1st-round pick back. It seems like, though, whenever they do these deals, they come out in the short end, which is, I guess,
I'm surprised you're talking about the Bulls out of this trade. It's really we should be talking about Wemby and De'Aaron Fox first.
No, yeah, I was going to say them for the main event.
Okay, word.
You know, they're the main
It's the
event.
undercard to talk about the Bulls being ass. Okay, I feel that.
And then for the Kings part, I think Zach's going to go there. I think he's going to be Zach LaVine. Similar to what he did with the Bulls, he's going to provide offense. He provides some 3-point shooting that they really need.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I know King fans be sensitive when I talk about the Kings. I saw King fans say he always hating on the Kings. Kings ain't got enough for me to hate on them. I ain't gonna lie.
At least they got 3 first-round picks, though.
No, they didn't.
Oh, well, yeah, you did break that down. I did see your video. I watched your video.
I don't think you've watched it, man.
I
got 2 million views in 48 hours.
Damn.
Shout out to the guys, man.
I'm 97% recovered from my cold. I ain't got all my energy, and you think I would waste any of it hating on the Kings? Cut it the fuck out. But with all that being said, I'm a Zach LaVine fan. I want to see Zach LaVine on the Nuggets type team.
Yeah.
I'm just mad back on the team with DeMar. That's what I'm just mad about.
He told me DeMar and De'Aaron Fox done followed each other. I've been looking for somebody to confirm that. I haven't seen that shit at all.
Well, just go to DeMar's Instagram.
Okay.
And just
Were they ever following each other to begin with, though?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they were.
Had to, right? I mean, I can't say 100% because I didn't do it, but they had to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, DeMar said in his presser that De'Aaron Fox is a big part of him coming to Sacramento in the first place.
Yeah, and I think that's...
Do y'all think he following Sabonis?
Yeah, I feel like Sabonis don't have social media for whatever reason. He just feel like a guy.
He following Sabonis.
Okay, there you go.
But if you type in Swiper,
Oh, that's his name, Swiper. I typed in Fox.
yeah, I typed in Fox too, because I had to look up De'Aaron's Instagram. I do follow De'Aaron.
Yeah, he ain't following Swiper. Did he not want to have dinner with DeMar?
That's crazy.
I'm just asking.
I don't know.
I don't know. They didn't have enough time to have dinner. De'Aaron Fox asked out immediately.
So why they unfollow each other?
You know, that's the way of saying fuck you in 2025.
I guess maybe
It's,
because
I got people in
DeMar,
high school I still follow because I feel bad if I'm following them.
DeMar probably really wanted to play with the Kings because of De'Aaron. When De'Aaron asked out,
Man, that
It's
ain't got
probably-
shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do
But no,
with
it's
me.
just I think De'Aaron just brought a lot of turmoil over the last month when you think about it. And if you're a part of the franchise, this dude basically, not him himself, but it's because his family would definitely say we ain't never requested a trade. But if his agent is trying to get out of here, we're currently 9-1 in our last 10. Yeah, I would feel some type of way, even if I know our team ain't great. But I would feel some type of way if Derek was like, I want to go back to Turner while we still on this podcast set. Fuck out of here,
I
Derek.
would tell Derek, I would go open the door for his ass if he was foolish enough to do that. DeMar DeRozan got a bag, and he went to a place he wanted to go to. But I could have told DeMar DeRozan that, hey, he had every right to feel however he want to feel. I just ain't know that they had any beef or bad blood. I was just curious. But yeah, they not following each other.
yeah.
Shout out to the people that take time doing that. When people get traded, I don't be like, let me go see if he followed him. I got to get on my game. Got to get on my social media shit. Did he like his last 3 posts? No.
When the Lucas stuff broke and it was like he unfollowed Nico Harrison, I had went through like this. I obviously unfollowed him, but I was like, did he unfollow any teammates, whatever? He still follow all them.
Well, yeah,
They say he hit the
said
group
he
chat.
said- yeah,
Yeah,
group
favorite
chat.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Zach LaVine's fit there is definitely a little interesting. They don't have any three-point shooting. He obviously provides as one of the best shooters. As we all know, there's still a definite ceiling to this team. I think they could be a super fun watch. Even last night they were super fun.
They
watch.
always
Shout
always
out
gonna
to
be
DeMar.
fun.
No, yeah, they
They
all
gonna
gonna put on
yeah,
the show.
with Fox they was fun too.
I just feel like they could have done more. They could have got an Atlanta pick. They could have got a young player. The fact that the Spurs walked away keeping all of the assets that matter and all of the young dudes is so incredible to me. That I feel like how many times have the Spurs legitimately lost a trade that wasn't like a minuscule one?
the Kawhi one.
Yep.
Because he literally went and won a championship.
And they got
the year
back
after.
DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl. That was
Yeah.
all they got. Yeah. But then they flipped DeMar
Flip
DeRozan.
DeMar.
And DeMar DeRozan is one of the reasons why this trade was even possible to happen.
Yeah.
So did they lose?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna defend the Kings.
Okay.
How are they supposed to get more?
Yeah, I mean, the leverage part is definitely questionable.
De'Aaron Fox really did them dirty.
He did. But like, I love player empowerment. I like a player to be able to say, hey, I don't want to play here anymore. I don't think they should have the ability to really dictate where you get traded. If you don't want to play for us, you want to go for the Spurs? Sure, cool. I'm definitely fielding other offers. And maybe they did that, and because he said he wanted to go to the Spurs,
Exactly.
the
Other
Orlando
teams,
Magic
yeah.
didn't give up shit, or
Exactly.
this team. But I don't know.
Yeah, if I know I'm trading for a guy who I know I probably had to convince to sign an extension, and I can't really guarantee.
Did
I
they
can
trade away the
convince
best player in the trade?
him. Yeah.
You think D Fox is Zach LaVine?
I think you make an argument that Zach LaVine's better than De'Aaron Fox this year.
Oh, this year, sure.
Yeah. But I was thinking overall, like De'Aaron Fox is the better player.
Sure, yeah, for sure.
And I think
De'Aaron Fox is going to start being the better player too now that he's
Yeah.
not in Sacramento.
Yeah, his ass might be a 20-time All-Star. by
The
end of it.
whole Kings looked terrible to start the year with Mike Brown. So half of the year, you got to kind of throw in the garbage. I'll tell you this though, considering the situation that they was in, and this is why I've said this before, which is why I don't be understanding why King fans think we hating on them or whatever. I feel bad for them, and I think they did all right because De'Aaron
You
Fox.
feel bad for the Kings?
Yeah, and I feel bad for their GM. You had a situation where you got De'Aaron Fox.
Right.
If he would have told them everything he told them a week and a half ago when they fired Mike Brown, I think a better situation opens up. But he told them in a time where they had a week to figure out something. It felt like, he just said that came out like a week ago.
Yeah, a little while
It
ago.
was literally, he literally gave him a week.
Middle,
A week.
yeah.
And then on top of telling them that, he also had a preferred destination that everybody in the NBA circles knew was the Spurs, which, like KB said, if I'm the Magic, I'm not even doing. What am I doing?
Right.
You're going to go to the Spurs. You're going to go, and it's home for you. And they have Vic. You're going to go there. So for them to even still get the 3 picks, I feel like, Hey man, shout
Two
out
picks.
to Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
2 firsts, 4 seconds.
Shout out to him. However you want. Shout out to him, man. The Zach LaVine one, that kind of threw me for a loop. I didn't think they was.
I didn't think Zach when I saw the graphic initially that it was De'Aaron and Zach LaVine involved in a trade. I was like, whoa! Then I had to read it. And I was like,
You thought he thought De'Aaron was coming to the
We
board.
got De'Aaron.
Yeah.
When it comes to filling a job, there's a stack of documents involved. Whether it's adding business details, correcting type.
It's just crazy because it's really probably going to be Sabonis kind of running as the point guard, and it might actually, like I said, be really fun just because he has so many dangerous weapons around him that I feel like him as the hub, and then again, you not having a traditional point guard, but you have so many people that can make a play. Zach LaVine can make plays. Malik Monk can make plays.
Take a step up as a point guard.
how long
They're
do
going to
the
have to
Kings
kind of do
here
it
for?
collectively.
How long do the Kings ride this out before they have a fire sale?
The rest of the year.
Just the rest of this year?
I think they could get
Yeah,
another
at
year
least.
out of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then Zach LaVine be on the last year of his deal. So yeah, probably next year.
Last night they played a game. Again, another super fun game. They closed out with Malik Monk, Keon Ellis, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis. Right. Obviously, Zach LaVine is going to be incorporated there. So I asked, like, who is the guy you take out? Because last night, Keon Ellis's defense was incredible. And it's like, it's so good that you just can't take it out of the lineup.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards shot 8 for 20 or some shit, like 6 of 20.
And his hands in the cookie jar every time Ant drove to the basket. And the odd guy out is probably, on a night-to-night basis, probably going to be Malik Monk, not closing. DeMar DeRozan give you 14, 15 points in the fourth quarter. Obviously, Sabonis is not going nowhere. Keegan Murray has a real conversation. Yeah. But I watched DeMar DeRozan play the 4-man in Chicago, and I just hate the way that looks.
That wouldn't be the lineup, bro. That's not going to be the ideal lineup with DeMar at the 4. So they got to keep Keegan Murray.
I'm sure it's a nightly thing, right? So if Keon is on, then he is there. If Keegan is on, he is there. But it's just some interesting stuff because they obviously got good players. They got a lot of good players that I feel like can play together. And they still might not be done by all reports. They still got something up their sleeve with maybe flipping a pick or two and some of the other contracts on their team to just add more.
I hope they do it.
Yeah.
I just feel like the last couple trades, honestly, it's just like they're doing the best they can. They're doing the best they can. It's just their team hasn't really reached the level I think they want to get to, and they just kind of been riding it out.
That would be crazy to see them trade for another big wing like Cam Johnson.
They desperately need a big wing. I don't know if it ends up being Cam because I think the bigger contract that fits is the Kevin Huerter deal, and Kevin Huerter's now out the door.
Right, you got Trey Lyles now.
Yeah.
Which is like $8 million.
It's kind of it, yeah. It's kind of it on their salary book. So now let's talk about Wemby and De'Aaron Fox. Thoughts, feelings?
I'm liking that he changed his number to 2.
Yeah, they was getting on his ass.
Number 4.
Yeah, it was 2, and they got on his ass. And he was like, I didn't really want to wear that. I want to wear the number my wife wore.
Yeah. I didn't even see they change it to 4.
Yeah,
I seen all the 2 stuff like this morning, whatever, and then they were like, this disrespectful to Kawhi, which it kind of is.
I was more so looking at it like, damn, the Spurs gonna let him wear 2, like similar to like how nobody would let nobody wear 1 for Chicago.
Kawhi ain't got that type of love over there.
I guess Anthony Davis is doing his presser too.
Oh, at the same time.
Nobody give a fuck.
How many viewers? Can you see the viewer count in there?
It was at 54 when I was in there.
Oh.
Right now it's 102,000 people watching.
How much was Lucas at?
No, that's the Lakers. That's the Lakers.
Oh, that's the Lakers.
That's insane that they would do those at the same time.
I mean, they
it
don't
should probably,
talk to each other anymore. The deal is done. That boy Rob Pelinka may never pick up the phone for him again. We won. Don't talk to me. No, I don't know where to find the Anthony Davis one.
I'm happy the Spurs got just another straight-up guy that can go out there and just score for them. They kind of needed somebody who can put the ball in the cup and take some pressure off Wemby. So I'm happy in that, and hopefully it leads them to be able to get into the mix more definitely with like being a playing team, or maybe if they could sneak in and get to like a 6th seed or whatever they could do. But I think this is just the right step in general for the Spurs. They're taking it one step at a time, and from them to get Fox and now have Wemby, I think they're going to be fine for a long time. Yeah. So I think you try to do as much damage as you can this season, but again, this is like a long-term thing.
And they still have all their weapons. Like that's the best part about it. They still got Jeremy Sohan, Vassell, Stephon Castle, and I think having Chris Paul in that locker room along with De'Aaron Fox, it just opens up so much. Fox can now be a sponge and learn from Chris Paul. Like, I know De'Aaron Fox he's been in the league for a while, but you can still never not. Chris Paul knows more basketball than you forgot probably. So like he can definitely come in there, learn a lot. Wemby's already learning a lot from being along Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. So I just think this is going to be a great deal, and I think Fox just gives them a different element, especially when you're talking about being able to play fast. Like he's going to allow them to really get that tempo up. Young teams should be playing fast, and I think De'Aaron Fox brings the right personnel because Chris Paul isn't really that personnel the way he's going to play an up-tempo offense.
Right. So
you naturally do have to play slow. So De'Aaron Fox just get him a different look.
Yeah, they're going to be really dangerous. This would be talked about 10 times more without the Luka trade.
For sure.
Because this trade is actually kind of scary. They've done a really good job surrounding Vic with a lot of good complementary pieces. I felt like Stephon Castle already as a rookie is one of those. Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan. The one thing they were really missing was a perimeter creator who could create for himself and others and really weaponize Vic with his length, size, and his spacing to pop and shoot. And to be able to get a guy like De'Aaron Fox and his strengths and his areas and his spots, it just fits so perfect. I just don't know if there was a better fit at the point guard position than De'Aaron Fox with the speed, the mid-range shot, the ability to take over games. Everything that Vic is going to do by spacing the floor, you now have a legitimate guard who can attack and take advantage of that. You know, we had theorized like a Trae Young or whatnot, and I love Trae Young, but I think De'Aaron Fox is probably a 10 times better fit because he'll be able to go in and utilize a lot of the driving lanes and the interior being open because, you know, Trae Young is more of a volleyball line type shooter, and, you know, that's his game. But to be able to have somebody who can go downhill, wants to go downhill, has the mid-range game, and can take advantage of a lot of the vulnerabilities that Vic has, and the fact that Vic is such a defensive juggernaut, the transition should open up a lot more. Stephon Castle was able to take advantage of a lot of the opportunities of fast breaks and getting out on a break. So De'Aaron Fox is going to be 10 times better.
I hope we
at taking advantage of that.
We can see him even a little bit better on the defensive side too. Like just with his speed and ability to really just be aggressive. Hey, we talk about it all the time. When you got somebody back there that can defend the paint, I could gamble a little bit more. I could press up, and I can afford. Because if he blows past me, I know Wemby's got my back. So I'm intrigued to see that too. I think he's going to be surrounded by a good culture too defensively because theoretically he shouldn't be your point of attack. It'll be Stephon Castle. You have Vic behind. You'll have Jeremy Sohan. So I think, he's not even going to really be taxed to do anything crazy because they got everything that they need. Just go be De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, the Spurs
That's the
clutch
best part
numbers
about
stink
it.
too. They stink in the clutch. De'Aaron Fox immediately
That's
just
what happened with
upped
Chris Paul, the perimeter creator at age 40.
Okay.
I ain't watched the game, but I checked that box score. It said he had 3 points, 1 for 4, and 20.
He has made some big shots though this season too.
He do be here. It'd be like
Dumbass step back.
It'll be that big ass
with
3.
one
It'll be
shot.
that big ass top of the key 3.
Yep.
Shout out to CP3.
Contested and shit.
I
De'Aaron
wonder
Fox ain't with no 3 points. I'll tell you that.
if we get back to like super downhill De'Aaron, now that the floor in theory should be spaced out more.
Yeah, I would assume so, because Sabonis he was down there as he should have been.
It should be super fun because at one point, it wasn't nothing you can do to prevent that man to get to the basket, and you get them flashes still now, but he definitely is more of a. I'm gonna pull up for the midi.
Mid-range, yep.
I'm a short midi, but no, it used to be like he at the rim, and that was when he was super young though, so I don't know, but the fit is.
Yeah, he ain't never gonna be like the young one because the
Yeah.
jump shot is there now. You don't work on your jump shot to not use it.
And that was when he had all the hair and he was a Dragon Ball Z fan. Now
He still is.
Is he still a Dragon Ball Z fan?
I think he's still a fan.
Okay.
Once a fan, always a fan of Dragon Ball Z. They don't never leave you.
Is it still his profile picture?
No,
Oh,
but that don't
see,
mean you're not a fan.
Nope.
You don't got Benny the Bull as your profile picture. You're
He
not a fan.
matured. It's himself now. It ain't no damn.
You don't got Modest Puzelis as your profile picture. You're not a fan no more.
Hey, I saw some Bulls fans say we should build around Modest Puzelis.
After that one Nuggets game?
I heard some Bulls fans say we should be building around Modest Puzelis.
I'm that Bulls fan.
Do you know what build around means? Okay.
You know what I want to build around? I want to build a fucking prison cell around Nico Harrison.
It's
Put him in that
really
hat,
gonna be the talk for so long.
Jaden Smith was in.
Yes. Motherfucker had a hat on his head, a castle on his head.
I couldn't believe that shit.
How would y'all grade this trade from each team, the three team? Because we know what the grades is for the first trade, the big trade.
For the Spurs, I'm gonna give it A+. I mean, they got De'Aaron Fox. I mean, you get the best player in the deal, and he's gonna help your generational talent just to open up the game for him so much more. For the Kings, give it a C+. Bulls, I'll give it a D.
Okay.
I'm feeling a
Why
little
did
bit.
the Bulls get a D?
They gave up a second-round pick. It's the principle
I mean,
of it all.
really, all they did was just dump off Zach.
Ain't that what y'all been asking for? I'd be so confused what Bull fans want. You don't gotta say true. I'm asking.
Well, no, I thought he had a little bit more value, but I guess he didn't.
This individual trade, I'm not tripping about. It's in a vacuum.
Yeah.
It's like when you put it alongside every other deal they did or the lack of deals. That's what makes it bad.
Yeah,
This
the Caruso,
individual deal,
DeRozan.
I'm not tripping about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Zach LaVine goes to a new team. He gets a new opportunity. We get some bullshit, and we can say that we kept our pick. You know?
But y'all move, y'all so close to moving to that next chapter. Like I said, y'all just got to move
Hey,
big boots.
the Blazers are good. The Blazers just jumped the Bulls.
Yeah, the Blazers hooping, man.
So shout out to the Blazers.
Why? I don't know.
They say
I don't know.
dominating back.
Yes,
I see.
2020 game. Couple big offensive boards down the stretch. But if I go to Tankathon, our pick is now number 8.
Yeah.
8 odds. 8 odds.
Yeah.
Because the Blazers jumped us. So, and if I ran one simulation, we dropped to 9. Damn. There's one silver lining to this for the Bulls' perspective. The pick that we are so concerned about losing this year was unprotected next year if it didn't convey. So this gives us an opportunity to really tank next season.
Yeah.
Cool. Fine. But of the 5 trades they've done,
Y'all gonna get Elijah Arenas?
is he good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give her some.
Then a lot of NBA Suns ain't good. One NBA Sun got arrested yesterday. I ain't gonna talk about it though.
Who? No, seriously, I didn't see that.
The GOAT son,
Oh, I did see that.
Michael
yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Marcus.
What was he
Yeah.
doing?
Um,
I seen him pictures of doing cocaine. I seen
Yeah, he
videos
got
of
caught
him
with
doing-
it.
Yo, he
He
did?
wasn't doing it, but he got
Okay.
caught with it and a
It was a
firearm.
DUI.
Makes sense. I saw him doing it, so I know what I saw. I don't put nothing on people, and I don't know.
For sure. But it's just it's the principle of it all. All the trades that they've done. What Bulls trade have we won since AK got in the office?
None of them.
Oh man, Alonzo.
It seems
trade?
like people just. It seems like teams come.
We got caught cheating for that one. That don't count. We cheated.
true.
We cheated.
It seems like teams come to him with offers, and he's like, "Okay,
It's
do
always
it."
the Spurs.
Yeah.
The Spurs found out that he's a fucking idiot. Hey, you want DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah.
Sure, give us 2 first-round
Hey, they
picks.
said the
You want to get rid of DeMar DeRozan? Guess what? We're going to take a first-round pick.
They said the
That's
Spurs
crazy.
say, "Hey, the Kings and the Bulls, come here."
They dumb. Let's make a deal.
that's how it be in them leagues too. When you know somebody just
Hey, yeah,
don't know
come
how
on,
to make the
D-Hills,
right
what you-
trades.
I know
What you
fantasy
up?
football next year, I'm hitting up Austin.
Yeah.
I'm
For
hitting up
sure.
Austin in fantasy football next year because I done seen the history. He ain't even here.
I wish I don't even want to get into that. I just wish we had more people that would trade.
Like, this tweet funny as hell.
Which was
It's a Marvel Rivals
it's
tweet.
a Marvel Rivals
They're
team, but
gonna like this tweet
it's
for
fun-
sure.
it
Look
is
at the group
funny as
chat.
hell.
For people at home, it's that picture of Kai and Billie Eilish. And it said Cloak and Dagger before they alt for the 5th time in 3 minutes.
But if people play rivals, y'all gonna know, bro.
Yeah. No, because she definitely get that alt immediately.
It looked like they
Immediately.
geeked as hell in that picture.
But other than that, we had one other trade that was like OKC traded a 2nd-round pick for a different
Yeah.
2nd-round pick.
I don't
What
even.
is that about?
I don't know what those deals ever mean.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it wasn't even like trading 1 for 2. It was
Yeah.
like 1-for-1 conditional Denver Nuggets pick. Where's Windhorse to do this? Because I don't know what the fuck is going on with that one.
Yeah, when teams have those conversations, I wonder how do they go?
With the protections?
No, like when they just
Yeah, you
trade-
gonna call me for a 2nd-round pick from 4 years ago? No.
Yeah.
Sure. You want this pick? Sure. Give me
That's
that.
right.
That's how I
exactly
really
how
feel
it
like the conversation goes.
Yeah, sure. All right. Fuck it.
I'll take the
I got
dude
other
that's
shit to do.
about to get into high school right now.
NK just a lot of quotes coming out
From the Luca.
from Luka. This is from Rob Pelinka. Luka Doncic joining forces with the Los Angeles Lakers is a seismic event in NBA history. We have a 25-year-old global superstar that is going to get on the stage in the most popular and influential basketball force in the world, which is like If there's anybody super excited about this, it's Adam Silver.
Yeah.
Just for the bottom dollar to have another superstar player in Los Angeles once LeBron James is gone.
Yeah, so
That's why that
your
shit-
big market views won't drop.
Yeah. I guess that's the silver lining of it all. If you're an NBA fan, we all make a little bit more money.
And that's why I understand why every other team would look at this shit like,
Oh my goodness, man, this shit is.
it's gonna
crazy,
keep going,
man.
pizza. It's gonna be a long time for this shit die off.
Mike, hypothetically, the Luka Doncic era is the rest of his career, which is crazy. He's in Los Angeles.
NBA fans deserve better. Or anybody gonna be happy? It's gonna be Adam Silver.
If
Fuck his happiness.
he wins, let's say two rings and a couple MVPs, right? Would you get a Luka tattoo?
Yeah.
Why?
It just can't be the number 77.
Why would you get a Luka tattoo?
No, it would be the number 7.
Why would
No,
you get a
can't-
Luka
no.
tattoo?
There's got some other silver line meetings to the number 77 in history. You don't want
Ah,
a
okay,
77
okay,
tattoo.
okay.
Why would you get a Luka tattoo?
Why not?
Because what did he do to get that?
I mean,
In this
he
world,
made me
championships
happy.
and MVP.
Yeah, he made me happy.
Kobe Bryant did the same thing with your Kobe tat. That's
Look,
why I
that-
asked
He
that.
wasn't a big Kobe. He was a
Yeah,
big
when
Kobe
he was
fan,
winning,
but
and I was a little
He wasn't
little
around
bro.
for the three.
I
Oh,
couldn't
you
get no
weren't around for
tattoo.
that shit.
Yeah, he wasn't around
Nah,
for the
I was around. I couldn't get no tattoo.
You can now.
I know.
He wasn't around for the 3-peat. He was around for the other 3-peat that ended up being a 2-peat.
I was about to say 3 feet.
Yeah, they went 3 times in a row.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what
So
I was
cool.
doing.
We know now. We know now. Don't talk that Kobe shit.
Damn, so you just revoking my Kobe card?
Yes, I am. Don't talk that Kobe
Just
shit.
because I wasn't alive don't mean I ain't seen it.
You was alive. And
wanna-
where?
I was alive. I was alive. I was 3 years.
He
I
was
was 3 years
skateboarding.
old.
You skateboarding.
You was not fucking 3 years old.
You talking about 09?
Oh, you talking about the 09 one?
Yeah.
No, I see. What you mean? I didn't see. I did see those.
I'm going over what you're telling me. I'm not. I didn't
I
tell
thought
what
you were
didn't
initially
see.
talking about the. Well, I know you brought up the 09 010 one, and he went to the 2000 one, and I was like, I'm
Kobe
definitely
said,
not around.
Kobe, because KB said he
Also
went,
KB.
he went around for the 3-peat. Like, okay, and there was another one
The 2-peat.
that turned into a 2-peat. That's exactly what I said.
I was there.
Okay,
That's one of my
then.
favorite players was Ron Artest.
So when
for
I
the
said
second
why
one.
you ain't get a Kobe tag, you talking about some? I wasn't there. I wasn't really around for that.
It's a different time period.
Masih bingung buat website WordPress? Pilih Hostinger dan kamu bisa bikin WordPress dengan cepat. Ada control panel dengan desain yang menarik dan intuitif.
I want to knock that fucking hat off your head.
He ain't never had to struggle. He's never had to struggle, bro.
KB,
Get it right here. Hey, I
George Mike.
ordered my jerseys already. They coming in.
George Mikan.
Why do you always say Mike in them?
Cause you said a Mikan and drill.
That is
It's
how
called-
we used to say it.
But it's Mike.
They definitely used to say Mikan and drill.
Yeah, cause Mike and drill don't sound as.
That's not
it
how
don't
they say it.
sound.
And he's a guy, he's a small. He's never done the Mikan and drill.
I just know his name.
He was doing the
I went
figure
to a
eights.
statue.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I drove past
It's definitely George Mikan, but they definitely used to say Mikan and drill. And
Yeah, they did.
yeah, they did. I don't know why. But so yeah, George Mikan, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and now Luka Doncic.
And who
I'm-
knows? In 2 years, they might also have Giannis.
And I'm
the
not,
way the league
and,
be going.
and I didn't name a lot of the exciting guys. I just named the mega stars because you still got the
Yeah.
Michael Coopers of the world. You got the Lamar Odoms, Pau Gasols, the
And again,
Lonzo
this
Balls,
why-
Brandon Ingrams, the Josh Harts,
I
Jordan
understand
Clarksons.
every bit of hate that comes from other teams because the
Kyle
one team
Kuzma's,
was
D-Lo.
the damn
D'Lo.
Lakers, and that's why I feel like it could have been a money grab. And like, you damn right, Adam Silver happy because it's like it's just got so much attention, and if he could do his name with the Lakers,
Eddie Jones,
this shit,
Robert Sacre.
he could take it to a
Dick
different level.
Young, Andrew Gowlock, Andrew Bynum.
Y'all saw the pics of the A1s?
No,
Angel
yes,
Wilson?
Yeah,
They're
they was
beautiful.
clean.
This shit is
They was nice.
clean,
They're
bro.
beautiful.
It was like I was like, damn, I was hooping these.
Me
Yeah.
too. I almost
Nah.
bought some Sabrina twos yesterday.
Yeah, the W aspect of Nike has been killing it with Sabrina's and now these. Golly.
They got a pink lily, they call it, for the Sabrina twos that was at Dick's when I took my sister to get her volleyball stuff. I'm like, man, I'm finna walk out with some shit for myself.
Hey, Reese is crazy.
Them tweets,
His tweets, he
Yeah.
ain't. I mean, he shouldn't be over it, but
He-
golly,
yeah.
some of his tweets are crazy.
What did he say?
I just put it in the group chat. It ain't something I don't even want to say on
yeah,
the
you
podcast.
can't say that stuff on the podcast.
Damn, I like that type of
But that's what Nico Harrison did to the fans, man.
yeah.
I can imagine that heartbreak as a Maverick fan, losing our generational talent.
Whoa.
I mean, like,
I couldn't even imagine.
I don't feel that way. I'll let it be known now. I don't.
I was actually look good in that jersey too.
I think he will too.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at Luka.
Not too many people don't look good in the Mavericks jersey.
The
Luka
jersey
doesn't-
itself is ass though, but for whatever reason, it looks nice on players.
Yeah. It's
Luka
kinda-
doesn't look overweight.
He got a little pudginess in that face.
Hey, it was a smear campaign.
I
man.
know.
They
Like,
wouldn't
look
say
at him.
anything.
He looks-
Put him
see
in the jersey.
He looks normal.
Shut it all down. Put him in the jersey. We'll see if he's 270.
Even if-
No hoodies, no
if he
sweaters in the
was,
jersey.
You think I would give a
Nah, I
single
wouldn't,
fuck?
wouldn't care.
Okay.
He'll play himself into shape.
Yeah, or he won't, and he'll still drop 30. Nah, I saw something. It might have been from Windhorse that said that the Dallas Mavericks were afraid of Luka turning into a Joel Embiid situation, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Because he's been healthy most of his career. It's just
Even
in his
they-
last.
He played 100 games last year.
Even
Yeah.
people with the Joel Embiid issue ain't trading Joel Embiid.
That's true. Yeah,
Zion ain't even getting
Zion
traded.
ain't been traded, and he been dealing with this issue for a minute now.
yeah.
What's Zion playoff stats?
None.
0-0-0 games.
Still ain't been traded. Ain't that crazy? So again, all of this
That's
stuff
Trey Murphy team, by the way.
is bullshit. It is. Last 3 games have been crazy. He like playing. My career. He figured out his timing on his jump shot or something over there. But everything that Nico Harrison is selling us is bullshit. It's fraudulent. He might as well shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Every time he talks, he just make it worse.
Worse.
He just digs himself into a deeper hole.
Worse. With that dumbass look on his face.
Because he going to keep saying it to, like, people.
I hope he don't come to All-Star Weekend.
He going to keep saying it till people start believing.
I don't want to go get chicken wings and see
It's
Nico
like
Harrison.
it's like we in the same hotel as him.
Sources: Jimmy Butler's camp has reportedly told the Heat that he is in shape, healthy, and ready to continue his career and move past this immediately. There's
No way.
bro, fuck this, bro.
fake?
This is from
KB.
Chris Hayes. There's message into Heat. Their message to the Heat has been to negotiate the best deal possible once in red zone. I'm just reading it verbatim. What the hell does that mean? If that team is granted permission by Miami to speak with Butler's rep to discuss a long-term future, that dialogue would become welcome. To date, no team has asked for permission.
It's going to be hard going back into that locker room after all of this, Jimmy.
For real.
It's going to be extremely hard.
So
going back to that
essentially, he's
locker room.
saying I can't get to Phoenix, so I'm willing to report to the team.
I would.
After
This is so
Here-
trash,
he had
bro.
so many
Here's
bad
what happened.
quotes in this. Oh
Here's what happened.
God, bro.
Jimmy Butler wanted to go to Phoenix, and he wanted to play with Kevin Durant and Booker.
Yeah.
It looked like he was probably going to be able to do that. The reality came out that, damn, like, Bradley Beal really...
He don't want to leave.
Bradley Beal is really okay with saying, I know y'all want to trade me, but no, I'm going to stay here. I didn't think he would do that because that sounds crazy, but he really is about that. Kevin Durant let Jimmy Butler know, hey, bro, I might not be here. They might try to trade me. So don't even bring your ass over here. Because, man, the Luka Doncic, you see what's going on, man? They talking about me, Bron, and Curry might get together. Shit. You know me, I don't care about being traded. And so he just got that call.
Yeah.
So expect Kevin Durant to be traded.
Please make it happen. I like when the league shake it up.
I do too. I just don't like when it's shaking up on some dumbass shit.
This is so stupid.
Jimmy Butler's crazy, bro.
That it don't even make sense. He did all that for what?
Well, he
did
went
all
on and
that
said,
just-
I will play for the other 29 teams.
Yeah.
And then slowly was like, not them.
And then
went down to
he made
one.
it down to one.
Bro, I mean, I guess maybe nobody put an official offer, but if I'm Pat Riley, I'm taking literally anything.
Y'all trying to go to Miami?
Get this motherfucker off my team.
What's up?
That was.
You think they'll take Rui?
Motherfucker, too much, man. Too much.
How much Jimmy Butler make?
It's like
40-something.
48
I would
to
guess.
50
Then
mil.
next year is 52.
Hey, I was finna say, Mavericks. Get on that phone. Nico, since you just such a good GM, defense win championships, make it happen, Nico.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is only hard for him to come up with 48 million.
Bro, I
They
can
split Anthony
imagine,
Davis.
bro.
Oh yeah, he could flip AD for Jimmy.
They be talking about, like, imagine being that team. Imagine being
Why
that
would
guy.
you- why would you say
Imagine
that?
being the guy that traded away
Why
Luka
would you say
Doncic
that?
for not a damn thing, bro.
Why would you say that?
Can't be into that. So
What
I
did
just
KB
agreed
say?
to it.
Why would y'all say that? Y'all are crazy.
I just went along with him. I don't
So
know
you-
what
so
you're
you're a
talking about.
follower.
I ain't say nothing.
I just went along with him.
So you a follower?
I do follow him, yeah.
Yeah.
We
you
ain't got
do.
no DeMar DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox thing going on around here. We follow each other. But that's a good point, though, Mike. He's forever going to be known as the guy that traded Luka Doncic.
To the Lakers.
That's his legacy forever, regardless.
Look at JJ, geeked as hell.
He said JJ Redick geek.
Yeah, they got the picture of Luka jersey.
Well, I know he geek.
It was because him and LeBron was talking so highly of Luka on that podcast in the summer.
He was the only
So I know
person
they-
that got Luka to do a podcast. Luka went on JJ Redick podcast.
Bukan emang kita nggak mau ngapa-ngapain ya hari ini?
Kita kesini yuk.
So you saying there's that three man weave they got going on there?
JJ Redick said he might check in, hit some shots.
LeBron got his head coach. JJ and LeBron, they got one of their favorite players ever to watch play ball. I don't know.
JJ
man.
did play with Luka too in Dallas.
He did?
Yeah, his last year of his career.
JJ didn't play, but he was on the roster.
He played like 4 or 5 games or so. Don't sleep. JJ still had that. Whoosh.
He was shooting 17%.
He still got it.
I'm about to look up. He played 13 games for them. He shot 35% from three, man.
Hey.
He shot 36% from the field, though. So it's either I was making threes or I was missing everything else. He shot 20% on 2-pointers.
That shit is actually like cool. Not cool. That shit is actually hard to do.
Yeah.
To be a better three-point shooter than you are inside.
His season high was
Who
9.
else has said?
I feel like Cal Korver probably has stats like that. Not like atrocious to where he drops off to where he's like 20%.
No, but there's people that shoot like 46% from the field, but they're shooting like 46% from like it's whatever they're shooting from three because they all basically all take all
Cal
three.
Korver's field goal percentage and 3-point percentage is damn near identical.
Oh.
It's got to be the same
It's
for players
42%
like
to 43%.
Duncan.
wow.
Duncan Robinson changed up a little bit. Like he goes to the paint a little bit
Yeah,
more,
he
but he
does.
probably had to be the same. People like Sam Merrill's probably have to have damn near the exact same.
That's a good point.
Like those shooters who
strictly
just-
shoot
What about
threes.
that one dude that played for Oakland? I think he's in the G League right now. Do y'all remember him from the